today's video, we are filming something that I haven't really seen on my YouTube right now. I was actually kind of inspired by this video because I'm heading out tonight to a club. So we are going to do what your mother doesn't tell you about going out clubbing. Just a little background information, I do live in Alberta. I'm 18 years old and that is the legal drinking age and the legal age that you can go out to the clubs and party and do all of that spiel. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing a video all about it. This is almost kind of like a timeline, almost from like a couple days before to like when you're actually like at the club and you know having your fun time. But yeah, I have this all written down, but I don't think it's in my notebook. I'm just going to have to take a look. Oh yeah, it is. I totally forgot I wrote this down like 2 months ago. But if you guys want to find out my tips and tricks about going out to the club, then keep on watching this video. Alright, so for a couple days before, you want to pick out which club you're going to, where you're going, get recommendations from like family or friends, or if you have like an older brother or sister, or older friends, or like people at random, like at school even, be like, hey, where's your favorite place to go out? Go from there. And then once you pick out a club, make sure you check out the lineup because some days might have like different drink specials, or you might not have to pay cover on some days, or Instagram is a big one that helps me out because I follow a lot of people from like clubs and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, on this night if you say this name you get free cover and or no cover and like priority entry, free admission, blah blah blah. So make sure you check out the lineup because that can also dictate your club experience. Like that can dictate whether you check out that club or check out another. So definitely look into the lineup of what's going on at whatever club you go to that night. So again, with the whole lineup thing, also just making sure if there's like gonna be like a celebrity there, just like keep in check. Me and my friends one night we met Kayla from Big Brother. Insert a little picture here. And I mean, it was nice meeting Caleb and all, but it was so awful waiting in the line for at least like an hour and a half. It just wasn't very fun. So I wouldn't recommend going on a celebrity night because it's gonna be crazy busy and you might not even get a chance to meet the so-called celebrity. But yeah, sometimes, you know, nights like that can be a little bit crazier. So maybe just go on like a regular Saturday night or Friday night, depending on what your club's open. Okay, so another one is make sure a couple days before you know your ride home. For example, for what we're doing, we usually have like a DD, so like out of my squad, we have at least like one person DD, which is quite nice, and then we just like rotate. Or a lot of clubs do this, especially like there's one in my area that does free shuttles every Friday night, so drop off place and then you go and then they drive you back home, which is awesome because then all you have to do is just either call a cab or get like your parents or something to pick you up, which is great. So definitely take advantage of those, but also make sure that you have a ride home, whether that be like an Uber or a cab or, you know, your friend's DD or your parents come and pick you up. Just make sure that you have a safe way there and back. Okay, so the last thing before I like go into like actual day of the club, day that you're going out, is make sure that you get cash and money beforehand. Like go to your bank and do that. That way you don't have to pay like the $2.50 for your $2.50 for like your interest charges, and you might, if you have like your like things stolen or whatever, you won't have your credit or your debit card in there. So make sure that you get cash beforehand so you don't have to worry about losing your debit card. Now for things on the day of the club, make sure that you're dressed comfortably. You do you. You pick whatever you want to dress. For tonight, I'm just wearing a tank top and some jeans and probably like my Toms or my Converse, but make sure that you are comfy. And also a couple days before, I forgot to add this before, the couple days before thing, is make a guest list, because sometimes for guest lists, and especially VIP guest lists, you won't have to pay cover, so holler, that saves you like $5 to $10 right there. So another one for the day of is pre-drinking before you go to the club, because drinks at the club can be so expensive. Like even if there's drink specials and you want like another drink that's not a drink special, drinks can be really expensive. Like at most clubs in where I live, they're around like $5 to $7, which is kind of insane. So if you want to pre-drink beforehand, you can, and then also you can like just drink what you like. So yeah, pre-drink beforehand because then you might not have to spend as much money at the club, you know, what up. Also keep in mind, if you live in a colder climate like I do, take advantage of coat check, because if you have a dance floor in your club, it gets hot, it gets sweaty, and you don't want to be like holding your jacket the entire time. It's not fun. So spend the $2 or $3 getting a coat checked because you don't want to be sweating your ass off on the dance floor. It's not fun. Okay, so me and my friends do this every single time we go to the club or the bar or whatever. Every time we get there, we immediately do Team P. And what Team P is, as soon as we get into the club, we go to the bathroom. I don't know why. Everyone just always has to pee like right as they get to the club. I don't know, it's insane. So we all just, you know, take a Team P, sometimes even take a squad picture in the mirror, and we're ready to go. And make sure that you, again, are being comfy. Wear comfy shoes. I usually wear Toms or Converse. And the last one that I have on here, besides my big one, which I'll say at the end, is don't let guys ruin your life. Move on. There's so many guys at the bar that if you have one shitty guy, I'm sure there's going to be another good guy that you can dance with later. That is all of the tips and tricks and stuff your mom might not tell you about going out to the club. The last big thing I want to say before I turn off this video is please, 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 please make sure you're being safe at the clubs. Please don't do anything that you'll regret the next morning. Please don't do anything that is outside of your comfort zone or your boundaries. Please just be safe, because you don't want to do stuff that you won't regret, that you will regret, and that will completely may alter your life. So please make sure that you're being safe at the clubs, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week.